I wanted to talk about, in case you watched the last video, I'm not wearing my orange shirt anymore. It's terrible what happened the last time, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna post that last video either because I'm actually a modest person when it comes to letting people in on my personal life, although I'm ready to write an autobiography maybe when I'm 60 or something. If I'm still alive, I have to. There's a lot that needs to be told. I don't know, man. But I'm getting it here on YouTube. But I wanted to talk about, oh, pardon me. Love this night. It's raining. The stuff that I was talking about in my last video, it's really hard to talk about it. I think it's one of the most impossible things to talk about. There's other subject matter too that it's weird that you're not supposed to talk about it, although if you look at it, it's what's running things into the ground. It's very problematic. You must solve problems there, but um, you can't talk about it. And what are those things? Well, politics is one. They always say, "Well, yeah, don't talk politics to people." Really? Well, it's actually a lot of people are programmed with that. It's might be a reason that problem happened. No, don't talk about it. And then there's another one. Oh, religion. Don't talk about that. Don't talk religion with people. It's supposed to be a wise thing that you are supposed to practice. Like you don't talk about the main things that are mangling the potential of the human experience here. Makes sense. So having said that, doesn't really make sense. Boy, having said that, well, I don't. As you can see, I don't mind talking. It's a form of therapy. You have to. You will not be able to see. It's really self-talk what I'm doing here, and I'm not saying that at all. I'm like the people on the side of the road that are talking to their mothers or something like that. Although, oh, thank you. Um, although that standing on the side of the road and talking to mother, or the imagined conversation, that it's very broken up. Watch out. I mean, although that some it's the most of the population, I'd say 95% of us are near that quality service towards humanity, as far as how that their minds are officially in full-on um, hallucination, which is just too much, which is too much imagination. What I mean is bad imagination, unhealthy. See, if there's too much imagination, it's just too much use of the mind, that where it's no longer, is the word subsidizing a word? It might be out of reality, the truth, and getting a right on tap into some knowledge, perhaps through the truth, the experience of the truth. That's the best. Hopefully, what you'll be writing down later, if you have at all any kind of, you want to be able to communicate to other people in case you have found something, because you can't rely on a hardback or a paperback. That's, especially, how many prints are there? Why is it? I mean, really, is that really the answer right there? Is the most books that are printed out? ah. Keep it open, babes, with Jupiter about to conjunct Uranus. It starts on the 20th of April, and it's going to happen exact on the 22nd at this 22nd degree of Taurus. If you have any Earth planets, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, because there's fire, air, water. I'm sorry, fire, earth, air, and water in that order. So there's 4 categories with each has 3 signs in it. And we're talking about the earth signs, which is the first one is Venus ruled Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They all have the money. They're all sitting on piles of wealth. They are the earth people. They work hard. I have Venus and Virgo, and part of the reason why that I'm um, miserable is that um, I haven't purposed myself. That's a good way to say it. And unfortunately, um, purposing yourself means that you don't do this. You make money, babe. Whatever that entails, you better know that's your purpose, is just to make money. Sorry. I like to be creative, you know. Some things need to be tuned up pretty good. Better. Better. You want to tune things up better. Some tools, oh my god. Why are we still using these kinds of tools? Pardon this thing. It's going to tell me I don't have any. Oh, I need to free up some storage. They're warning me I should erase some of these videos that aren't getting much likes. But I continue. See, I don't really do this for people. I do this for me. Um, I have a private life that some people don't know about because there isn't anybody in it. Isn't that funny? Well, what happened? And so, but you know, literally speaking, I mean, that's a lot of there could be a lot of lonely people on social media. Uh, YouTube, unfortunately, could be going on with that. But see, I'm somebody who works something to the point of breakthrough, and it's usually, it's not usually, but you know, it's all it's pioneering, and so it's weird. It's because when you make it to the other side, you are considered having courage, and your tactics were right on, but otherwise, you're an idiot. You failed because you failed, and you didn't have a good plan at all. You weren't even looking at anything. But no, that's precisely it. The way it works is that you know how to take chances, and you remember, like there's always a payoff. If you're good at your intuition, it's like 99.99% payoff, or else you will not even move. I'm talking, this is Aries stuff now. This is very Aries stuff, and we are at the late decade of Aries, and Aries is the part of the organism. Well, it rules the head, and if you want to, I mean, come on, now do some. This is the way you do astrology, kids, is you use your imagination. If Aries rules the head, what do you think that means? I mean, heady, yeah, maybe. I mean, they believe it or not, they're even though it rules, it's weird because it rules the root chakra. Their heads are it rules this part right here. It's that symbol of the ram. That's what they're saying. But if you keep going like this, it's really a heart, you know. And it's because, well, I mean, uh, we're talking about fire here. We're talking about the very spirit behind a lot of things, which is just pure energy. That's what the I am is, which is man, you know, and it's just a fire. It's the fire that is just energy. The next is Venus, you know, that's Mars, it's fire, and then Venus is, see, Mars is fire, Aries is Mars ruled, and it's fire. Taurus is Venus ruled, and it's Earth. And so fire, as you know, is at the center of Earth. And it creates a lot. We use fire for a lot of things. It's actually a cleanser, but it's amazing if you really focus in and think with us kids. Pardon my slur. Need to get some sleep. It's actually moving on to 12 o'clock, and it started raining. And I'm the kind of person that gets lit up with the rains. You know, that's the negative ions, and I have Aquarius moon with 5 planets in Libra, so I'm an air kind of a person, and I love the weather. So, getting back to doing a little astrology here for us. Sorry about losing my place. Happens often. It's because we channel. We can say that, but really we're losing our minds. We'll be lucky to be here the next 10 years or 20 with all the fucking EMF waves and the metal um, inducted in. Um, is the main cause for Alzheimer's, but you just have to couple it with the kind of lives that are in fact lived purely as the hallucinator, the hallucinating mind. Was I talking about that originally? Yes. Um, did I take care of this? Pardon me while I'm still erasing some things, sorry. The hallucinating mind, don't take it personally. I mean, it's a sketchy, see, you can get really afraid with all material regarding the, the subject of narcissism. First of all, the narcissism thing. You want to get more technical and say, well, what are we talking about? Well, we're talking about the problem of the mind. Just put it general. See, I love Buddhism because it's been working on this plague for over 8,000 years. I'm sure there's a lot that we can contribute from there. And that, having said that, you know, the 8,000 years things, no such thing. You just have a way to tap into the real information that's been here. It's never going to change. The thing that tries to be different and everything, you know, and be new and different is bull crappy, you know. Otherwise, some things we are losing because of that, you know, thinking that bull crappy is the way to go. Oh, this is easier. Really? Do you see the mess that has made? There's plenty of examples to point out of that happening. And so anyway, I should get some rest. I have my wood stove I need to tend to. Going through a rough spot that I made a video that's like, well, it's 35 minutes long and it's touching on some subject matter that I think a lot of people would be interested in because it's about relationships and it's just coming up because of the Libra Aries axis, and in everybody's chart they have an influence of say their level of independence, like say what's influencing their, it's something, it's this aspect of the eclipse season that lasts 6 months. um, it begins to activate the parts in our lives and in general the human organism that is concerned with our independence for the reason of being useful. Pardon me while there's a lot that I'm going through right now. There's a lot that I'm needing to listen to, and reason why I'm piping up about, you know, it's just coming up that we have relationship issues. And if you're a Libra and an Aries, you definitely are going through something, especially, well, all of the degrees from 1 to 30, because, well, first of all, Pluto is not a bad aspect, to tell you the truth. It's really great, but all these planets in Aries um, is vibrating Libra. It's an opposition. They are workhorses. They are exposing something that really needs to be exposed. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I think really tough subject matter to talk about because of how deep seated I think the trauma and, yeah, misunderstanding, I think, in trauma, and really karma and incarnations of blind spots, I would like to say, really, problems, that it's too overwhelming. So a lot of us, this is why it's not being solved. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think from my generation, we have to step up, whatever it is. It's called therapists. What comes to mind for me is sex therapists, but they tend to be, you think that it's like they're doing sex therapy, like maybe there's something like that, but really, they talk to people, couples, about just really they're there to talk. Like I said in the beginning, we are, if you need to talk, start. See, it's more than just talking, people. You can't hide from yourself, so learn to talk to yourselves first. Do it in the comfort of your own home. Believe this or not, you should do it on a recorder. You should try and record yourself talking. It is shocking. It's natural if you've ever done it. Never, most people probably have, and they go, "What? Who is that?" They don't even know that that's their voice. They don't know how their voice sounds coming back at them because they're mainly in their head and stuff. And you notice that when you're a kid first, and then you'll get used to it. Depends on if you're a kid, and it depends on when you do it. See, if you're an adult, see, I get the feeling that there are adults that have never done that. They have a very strange approach to seeing themselves on film, right? And even hearing their voice is a really trippy phenomenon. Mainly, okay, so for me, being somebody who's audiographically inclined as memory, um, my voice was a trip, really tripped me out to re-collaborate into my ear as, well, that's me and that's how I sound, and so, but I'm way used to it now. Um, but next is the physical demeanor, which may or may not help you. For me, it's like, yep, I'm starting to get to looking like I'm 50. Did you see the last thing that happened in the last video right here? I don't want to tell you. It's the orange shirt saga. I still have it on see-through orange shirt. Maybe that gives you a, hey, now I got 45 likes. If I say see-through orange shirt in parentheses, say possible breast flash, I'll get about 250 views, and then I'll probably get like 15 likes.